Hey everyone, and welcome to Yoga Business Bootcamp. My name is Amanda Kingsmith, and I am going to be your host for the entirety of Yoga Business Bootcamp. And I'm so glad that you've decided to join me on this adventure, that you're here watching this video. And so what I'm going to cover in this video is a little bit about myself, a little bit about the course, why you should join, what you're going to get out of it, and so much more. This is also opening the door for your questions. So if there's something you feel confused about, uncertain about, ask me, let me know. I'll give you my contact information. Don't hesitate to reach out. I know that anytime you're making a big price investment, you want to make sure that you are 100% sold on it, that it's 100% right for you. I've been in that boat time and time again, and I definitely understand that. So I want to ease your concerns and open up the door to have a conversation about what this is all about. So to start with, like I said, my name's Amanda. I am a yoga teacher, a world traveler, a podcast host, a yoga business coach, and so much more. I started practicing yoga back in 2008 while I was still in university studying business, and I was kind of hooked from there. I started, once a week, going occasionally, and then when I started working a corporate job, I really dove in. I was going almost every single day, and within a couple years of that, I dove in and took my teacher training. And I'm so glad that I did that. It was one of the most empowering months of my life. I learned so much about myself, about yoga, about just the industry and what I wanted to do. But I felt like when I returned from my yoga teacher training, I just really wasn't sure how to get a job or how to put myself out there. I felt like I had been taught everything I needed to know to be comfortable in the studio space, actually talking to and engaging with students and running them through classes. But I felt really confused about how to market myself, how to get these jobs, how to connect. And this is coming from somebody who was well connected in their community. I worked at a yoga studio as a studio manager already at that time. I worked for Lululemon in a small town, so I had lots of connections. And certainly I was getting gigs. I was teaching as much as I could, but I just felt like, how am I going to make this sustainable so I can do this until I'm 90 years old? So I started diving into learning about more business. I started pulling things from my business background, things that I learned in the corporate world. And I started looking at what other people were doing. And I recognized that a lot of people are really successful in the yoga industry. And I thought to myself, if they can do it, why can't I? Why can't you? You don't need to be broke. You can certainly do what you want to do in the industry. And with that, my podcast, MBOM, was born. So MBOM is a play on MBA. So instead of Masters of Business Administration or whatever you would get in business school, it's mastering the business of yoga. And what I aim to do through MBOM is to teach yoga teachers the business side of yoga. And what I think it's really important to acknowledge is that the yoga industry is different than other industries. Like any industry, we have our own language, our own way of going about things, our own way of communicating. And I think that it's really important when you're doing business in the yoga industry to remember the 8 limbs of yoga, the principles of yoga, the things that make you a yogi, and making sure that you are being authentic and standing by what you believe in when it comes to business. I think that one of the things that yoga teachers struggle with the most when it comes to blending business and yoga or business and spirituality is feeling like, I got into this because I love it. So why do I need, lead pages or an email list? Why do I have to sell myself? Well, here's the thing. Anytime you're in an industry, it's business. We're doing business. You're doing business without really even thinking about it. Anytime there's an exchange, that's business. Whether or not you're teaching entirely for free or you're teaching for monetary compensation, an exchange is happening, an energetic exchange is happening. And so what I believe is that we can shift the way we look at how we're making money, how we're engaging with business in the yoga industry. We can shift the way we think about sales in the yoga industry from, greasy car salesman who's trying to upsell you on the leather seats to thinking about being really authentic with what you offer. So after 2 years of building MBOM, working with people one-on-one, working for a couple different yoga studios, building out a private community, and so much more, I've really taken everything that I've learned along the way, as well as everything that I've heard from you, from people out there, and I created a signature program called Yoga Business Bootcamp. It's 12 modules. It takes you from, intro and intentions, where you get to know me, we get to set intentions together, through dream job creation, building that foundation of what you really want out of your life, through setting goals, building a resume, creating a website, getting your marketing going, learning how to sell yourself without, feeling icky and gross about it, talking about building sales funnels, and so much more. There's so much potential in the yoga industry for you to be sustainable, for you to do this forever and make a living. You can live by your morals. You can live by what you believe in. You don't have to compromise the things that you believe spiritually in order to be successful in the yoga industry. And that's really what Yoga Business Bootcamp teaches you. So with each module, you're going to learn something different. They are designed to build on top of each other, but I also recognize that there's people coming in who have different areas of expertise and are kind of missing different pieces of the puzzle, you may say. So what I've done is you can either buy it as a group, as an entire package, or you can buy it separately. So if you just need to learn how to build a website or develop a sales funnel, excellent, you can do that. If you are really not in a position to be able to financially afford Yoga Business Bootcamp, I also understand that. There's a podcast, there's a video series. It's not nearly as extensive as the full course, but it gives you that free offering, and it'll help you to work through building your business without having to pay a cent. So those are a couple different options available for you. I think that personally going through the whole program is the best way to dive in and really build from the ground up, build your foundation, build something beautiful with your business. But of course, it's up to you. So why should you join Yoga Business Bootcamp? 1, because business isn't icky. 2, because building your business and understanding how to run your business in the yoga industry is going to help you be more sustainable. It's going to help you be more comfortable having those conversations around business, around selling yourself. You can become confident in the words that you use, the things that you say, and the things that you offer. So you're no longer doubting, does this go against what I believe? Does this make me, a non-yogi if I ask for $60 for a private session? You can really get clear on what feels good for you and what doesn't. And you can develop a business that's entirely yours. So this is really geared towards all the different things that you can create in your business and how to do it. And you can really make it your own, because I don't think that there's one right path for all of us in the yoga industry. When I was in yoga teacher training, I felt so surprised by how many people felt like, I need to own a yoga studio. And I was like, why? Why do you want to own a yoga studio? And they felt like, well, that's success in the yoga industry. Sure, maybe like 10 years ago that was the case, but now we have so many options. We can build businesses online. We can create YouTube channels. We can build out courses like Yoga Business Bootcamp. We can offer privates to people all over the world. We can run retreats all over the world. We have so many options. And I really want to help you discover what it is that ignites you, that makes you feel excited, define who your target market is, who you want to really reach with your programs and offerings, and so much more. The other thing that's great about Yoga Business Bootcamp is that it's entirely refundable within 30 days. So if you sign up for it, you pay the money, and you feel like this is not what I signed up for, then 100% you can return it. You have that guarantee from me. I believe in Yoga Business Bootcamp. I believe in what I created. And I believe that if you go through the whole program, that you will find success in your business. But if you're not finding that, if it's not for you, if I'm not for you, that's totally fine. You can have your money back. I'm a yoga teacher too. I'm a yogi as well. And I don't believe in ripping people off. I believe in helping people build businesses that they feel excited about. So if you have any questions or comments or anything you'd like to ask before you dive into the program, send me an email at info@mbomyoga.com. I answer every single one of my emails, and I would be really, really happy to hear from you with any questions that you have. Again, like I said at the beginning, I know that it's a big financial investment. I know it's a time investment, and it's really important to make sure that it feels like the right thing for you. So poke around the course a little bit. Figure out, what you like, what you don't like, if all the courses are for you. All of the intro videos on them are entirely free to watch, so you can go through, get a little bit of feel for the course, and I hope that you decide to join me. Of course, if you have any questions about yoga business in general, separate to Yoga Business Bootcamp, I'm always happy to answer them. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you soon. Bye.